You talk about the A+ relationship, Greg Godek, the specialist in 1001 Ways to Be Romantic. Tell me a little bit about from your book what that means.
You know, it's funny. Nobody calls it that, but everybody knows what it means. Don't you want to have an A+ relationship? I mean, what you want to see? You know, here's the bell curve, okay? And being blunt here, most people have average relationships. If they were in school, they would be getting C's. C's average. C is okay. C is getting by. C is frankly mediocre. Wouldn't you rather have a B level relationship or an A level relationship? And and it takes working at that. And really, it's just like in school. There are a few kids who are just too smart, right? They don't have to study; they get A's. Most of the rest of us, we have to study, we have to work at it. Relationships are that same way. So, like you say, when it comes to like just being romantic, I'm that's a natural
That's how you
mindset
think.
for me. Okay,
Yeah, that's how you
but
think.
just like in school, you can practice it. You can take tips from other people. You know, there are books and so on. And I got thinking about this years ago, and I decided to take it more than just a metaphor and made it real. So in one of my books, I have what is literally called the here it is. I'll show you the
Which book
relationship
is that?
report card. Love
Hold-
the course they forgot to teach you in school.
Oh, boom.
And it is literally a report card that you and your partner fill out independently. So there are 25 relationship skills, and you rate each other A through F, pluses and minuses. So, for instance, affection, arguing skills, considerateness, couple thinking, gift giving, generosity, listening. Okay. So you each sit there and, honest here, you grade your partner. Then you grade yourself,
Ah,
how your self image. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Now you trade report cards and talk amongst yourselves because you can have an incredibly great relationship, and there are going to be differences in I give myself a B+ in listening, and my wife gives me a C-. It's like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. That tells you it's not about criticizing you.
no,
No one's
yeah.
great at everything.
Well, it gives you a scale. I mean, one of the nuances of communication is we use words and body postures and whatever, and we think the other person gets it, and then you find out they weren't even close. And you imagine in a relationship where there's some familiarity that you think you know what he is thinking or she's thinking,
Absolutely.
and you have to have a lot of trust to do that,
You
because if you
do.
have an overly sensitive partner, they could take that as a hurtful thing when in fact it's an area that you could say, let's just work on this.
Right, right. Absolutely. And like so many things, it's how you approach it. And I have to tell you something. Um, the image of women is that women are they're sensitive and they're empathic and they really understand. I have to tell you, one of the mistakes women make with my books is that metaphorically, she buys 1001 Ways to Be Romantic for her husband. She comes home and metaphorically whacks him over the head with the book and says, "Be romantic, you big dummy."
Yeah.
And that's not that's not.
Not a great start.
And like she wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that at work. Sometimes we treat our coworkers with more respect than we do with the person that we love. And I mean, that happens. We all get very, very familiar, but it's a reminder that that kind of considerateness is just incredibly important.
Well, it takes down the barriers when you're considerate of someone else. Even, I mean, you can do this when you practice conversational intelligence. There's that barrier that goes up. Somebody meets you and it's like, I don't think I like her. I don't like him. And then as you get to know them, and as they engage with you and show consideration, respect, maybe even a little humor, the
Mhm.
barriers come down.
Maybe even a little humor. We'll have to talk about humor in a bit because humor is really important in
Well, you're married
relationships.
to a neurohumorist,
Well,
so
I
yes,
just got lucky on that one.
you sure did. You got lucky in so many ways. Well, I like that report card thing, and you can find it in your book. You said it was the
Love,
love.
of course, they forgot
Of
to
course,
teach you
they
in
forgot to
school.
teach you in school. That's available on Amazon,
Hmm.
as is 1001 Ways to Be Romantic. And of course, the romanceproject.com. Great way to find Greg Godek. I hope you'll come back and stay with us for another question on how to 1001 ways or more. We might discover a few more to be
We do.
romantic.